Hi, I'm Aeon. In this video. Hello everyone, what's up? What we're doing today is we're gonna be going back to January a little bit. So, if you guys don't remember, back in January, I did a little bit of a review, not necessarily a review, but like a sneak peek, a little exclusive playthrough of Rust by Neigefeu, which was an upcoming then top 15, that has recently been verified by Kier. You guys know Kier, please go check him out. Link to him in the description. I mention him a lot in my videos because he's an active member of my community. But Rust has been verified. It is going to be releasing tomorrow as you're watching this on release. If you're watching this later, it has already come out. I'm very excited. And Neigefeu has been very kind and he has given me the master copy of the level. This is the finished, verified version of Rust. I'm getting it to play it a day early before everyone else, and I'm very, very excited for it. Let's hop into it. I'm super excited to try this out. When we did it back in January, the level wasn't actually finished. It was still a VIP in terms of decoration and all that stuff. So I'm very much looking forward to trying this out. I really want to beat it someday. I've gotten a lot better since I beat the level initially, or since I played the level initially, sorry. But I still don't know if I'm good enough to beat it. It's probably going to be harder than Bloodlust, so if I do go for it, it's going to be a new hardest. But either way, let's hop into it, try it out, and yeah, here's me playing Rust by Neigefeu, verified by Kier, top 20 extreme demon. If you're liking the content, please hit that sub button. Let's hit 90,000 soon. Let's speedrun it. Let's get it by the end of September, or I'll hack your GD account. I'm actually serious about this threat. If you don't subscribe, I will hack your GD account. I will delete your account. This is a threat. This is a formal threat. Anyway, let's hop into Rust by Neigefeu. I'm very excited for this. So the thing about this, right, is that this is going to be hard, right? I was talking to Kier about this, the verifier, and the worst thing about Rust is that it's incredibly intimidating. Like, Kier explained it as, like, this is probably the single most intimidating level on the list. It gets very consistent, according to him, but it's just such a scary level to pick up and play. Just trying to play this level for yourself is an incredibly difficult experience. God, that beginning is really cool, but very hard. I like that a lot. That's really cool. That gameplay right there, mwah, beautiful. But yeah, this is just one of those levels that's just similar to Nelv in a sense, where it's just you look at it and you're like, how do you play this? On what planet do you play this level? But that's also one of the things I really like about this level, is that it's just an incredibly intimidating level. I love levels like this because you look like a badass playing it, and so far playing this, I feel really cool playing this level. Like, pulling off this gameplay feels incredible. Also, I feel like I'm doing the gameplay much faster than original. I feel like this is also just like a proof of concept that I've actually been improving at the game. That's besides the point though. I just wanted to pinpoint. I just want to point that out. Wow, this is hard. This looks like a roulette killer. I'm gonna say that right now. This definitely feels like a roulette killer. Just the amount of whack gameplay this level has feels like if you get this for like 16% on the roulette, you just reset. Like, that's just an instant reset. That timing right there is really hard. Wow, okay. Having a lot of fun with this so far, though. Just, like, trying to do some of these timings is very satisfying. Okay, the first 20% of this level, absolutely ridiculous. I don't really know what to say on how to explain it. So far, though, none of the timings feel like they're, like, super impossible. I feel like the difficulty of this comes from the uniqueness of the actual gameplay itself, and not necessarily because the gameplay itself at its core is, like, super difficult. But there's a lot of gimmicks that is used in this that just makes for an incredibly difficult experience. These ship parts are hard. Like, hitting these ship parts is really difficult. This is probably not the best start position, but, you know. This dash room is hard. Like, there's just something about this dash room in particular that feels incredibly difficult, because you have to hit it so specifically, because these spikes here have a way more accurate hitboxes than something like these big spikes, right? So having to hit these, that dash room that accurately is really hard. And it feels like it's kind of dependent on this green orb as well. Like, the better you, or the earlier you hit this green orb, the later you have to hit this, right? So this green orb feels very, or those 2 orbs in particular just feel really hard. 1, 2. I love this green orb. There's just something really cool about this green orb. I'm gonna try and explain it here. So as you jump here, you hit that, and then you have to wait. After you hit the black orb, you have to wait for the bonk here. And then after you bonk, you hit the green orb. Shit. This is why I use ignore escape. Shit. Give me like a minute. I'll get back to where I was, okay? Okay, so I'm back at where I was. Yeah, no. So going back into this and doing it in practice one more time, this is incredibly fun. Like, I feel like this level is like right up my alley. I'm extremely tempted to just go for this as a new hardest. Wow, okay. I'm not sure how I feel about that, actually. Because I've said that I don't really want to do a new hardest anytime soon. But this is incredibly fun. Like, as a level, conceptually, this level is beautiful. Like, it's brilliant. I've already praised this level heaps for having one of the most unique atmospheres and one of the coolest gameplay of any, like, hard level. Like, other than this, in the main list, you have Sunset Sandstorm as, like, the one other, like, cool gimmick level. And as a huge fan of Sunset Sandstorm, naturally, I would like this level as well. I expected to like this level. But I didn't expect to like it this much. Let's try and see if I can manage that. Some of these timings are very hard. So like with these, for instance, you hit this, you go up, 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 and then hit this yellow orb, it looks like. You have to hit that blue orb extremely late. Like that blue orb is like a super late timing. It's like one of those timings that are like deceptively hard. Because you have to hit it way later than you'd think. Because of this movement speed, this one feels like you can hit it. You can't hit it as late as you have to. Which I feel like adds a little bit to the difficulty. Because visually, that orb is very hard to hit. This blue orb is so dumb, dude. It's so hard. I feel like this is definitely a motion part, though. Like, doing this from a start position like I'm currently doing is incredibly hard. But if I do this, right, and I move back here, I'm pretty certain that I will be able to do the part much easier. Yeah, that is definitely a part that's much more motion-driven than anything. I feel like that's something a lot of people underappreciate, is just how much easier certain parts are because of how it flows within the rest of the gameplay. And I feel like this is definitely one of those levels that just flows incredibly well, making it so that the gameplay just feels incredibly cohesive. So even though a lot of the gameplay just on its own is wild, it just flows and it feels really nice to play. It feels like you have to hit that yellow orb, like, rather early. Yeah. This wave part always intimidated me. I felt like this wave looked incredibly hard. Ooh, that's spicy. I actually really like that wave. It's really tight. This wave in particular looks absolutely insane. Like, I'm looking at this mini wave right here, and I'm just thinking, like, how the hell do you do that? But then again, this is, in fact, a top 20, I'm pretty sure. I don't think here is publicly stated where he thinks is going to be on the list because it's very up for interpretation. But it would not surprise me if this is harder than stuff like Bloodlust, Demos, Ragnarok. So having a wave part like that makes complete sense. The lack of wave and ship in this level in general, though, just goes to show how insanely hard this is as a timing level. Because timing levels are very rarely that high up on the list, simply because difficulty in this game is very heavily carried by wave and ship. So seeing a level this reliant on cube, ball, robot, UFO projected to be this high up is really cool to me. I think that's very cool. I'm running out of words to describe it with, but you get the point. You get the point. I like the uniqueness that this level gives off and the fact that it doesn't heavily rely on insane wave and ship. Makes it way more accessible for low hertz. Though while the wave parts and ship that is in this level are ridiculously hard, making it not so low hertz friendly. For a level this difficult, it is as friendly as it can be, I suppose. This is 2 taps, right? You go 1, 2, yeah. This reminds me a lot of the 65 wave, I think, in Sunset Sandstorm after the 2 blue orb ones. You go as a big wave down and you have to like tap twice between some small spikes. I feel like this is like a very neat node to Sunset Sandstorm as a whole, which I very much appreciate, actually. I think that's a very nice reference, considering how this is like a final finale to the like trilogy of wacky list levels, like wacky gameplay list levels. So having that node to Sunset Sandstorm is, in my opinion, a very nice thing. Though this wave is a little bit easier than I remember it being, though that might be just me improving at the game. Keep in mind that I will also be like, oh, feels easier than I remembered, because I've improved a lot. My hardest at the time was Yada when I did the video initially, and I had just like 2 main lists completed. Now I have 10. So keep that in mind as we move forward. I've improved a lot since I initially played Rust. That green or red there is really tight, like extremely tight. Ooh, okay, I see how that is. That's very nice. That flows fantastically. That's gorgeous. I feel like that's a double tap, so you have to like hit this extremely late, then go bam. Like kind of late, probably? This is arguably one of the hardest timings I've ever tried, by the way. Just like an FYI. This timer right here is absolutely ridiculous. Like, from what I've heard from Kier himself, this timing does get very consistent. But wow. This... hitting that blue orb and red orb is incredibly tight. Oh, I passed it. I actually did the click. Oh, that felt insane. This is kind of rough because you have to like hit this like super late, and then you have hit this late and then hold, it looks like. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4 and then 1, 2. That's kind of wild. Not gonna lie, that's a rough timing. So you have to hit this, then you have to click this late, hold, buffer this one, and then time the last one. That is absolutely absurd. That's insane, dude. That's so hard. I love it, but Jesus Christ, that's hard. Okay, so for the UFO, it's straightforward in all the sense of things. You hit this orb, double tap this, you hit the blue orb and the green dash at the same time. And then you hit that, and then that turns pink, I'm pretty sure. This is from where Kier fluked from, by the way. Kier fluked this level from 59%. He fluked from this dang UFO. Somehow. Even though he was complaining about how the ending was too hard. I love this UFO. This is one of my favorite UFO parts in like any level ever as well. This UFO is extremely satisfying. This part is also really hard because you have to like bounce on this, hit the black orb after you bounce on it, jump from the platform. I don't even know if that makes sense, like in any way, shape, or form. It's just a part that just kind of like, you just have to do it that way. Hitting that yellow orb the right time is hard. And then we get to the ending, which is like butt clench central. This is arguably just as hard as the Nelv ending in terms of like how much it just fucks you up. This ending is absurdly, it's just absurd. Okay, let's see if I can do this. This jump right here as well, insane. So you have to hit both of these like so, and then release and do that. Okay, that's crazy. That's actually crazy. Like, I remember this, but I don't remember how hard they really are. And going back trying this level out, insane. Absolutely insane. Like, obviously I can't like remember everything you're supposed to do after like 6 months of not playing this level, but going back to this, wow. Okay, and then we get to this part. This part I remember very vividly. This part is so awesome. Orb. This ending feels pretty easy so far, though. Well, not necessarily easy, but like the very end, like the last like 10% feels rather easy. Oh, okay, so for this last click, you just 1, 2, and hold, because there's a J block here. No, an H block. You just gotta like click this, click it twice so you're right side up, hold so you jump here, land on this perfectly without even having to time it, and then you just time the black orb. Like so. Yeah, okay. That's all. That's a cool way to do it. That's a very nerve-wracking last jump, though. Wow! I love this level. That is absolutely fantastic. There honestly isn't much for me to say. I just think this level is genuinely fantastic. I think all the gameplay is very well made. I think, for the most part, it's actually really satisfying to play as well. As I've gotten better at this game, I've just realized how good hard levels can be. And initially, when I first played this, I thought it was like very overwhelming. I was not really able to do much, even though it was just like a 15-ish spot jump on the list. But now that there's more levels, I've beaten harder stuff, and I've actually attempted to get like really good at this game. I love this level. I really want to try and see if I can beat this. I might go for this after Plasma Pulse Finale, because if you guys don't know, my next like hard demon is going to be Plasma Pulse Finale, and I think it's going to be fun. This level is, woohoo! It's so good! It's so good. I'm actually loving this level. Wow. Amazing job to Neigefeu for creating this, and huge congrats to Kier for verifying. Please go check out Kier. He deserves it all. And go check out Neigefeu and his video. And tomorrow, check out Kier's verification, and hopefully you guys will give it a go as well. I really hope you guys appreciate the amazing level that this is. It's probably one of the best levels in the game, just like in general. Not even just extreme demon wise, but just level wise. I love this. It's a master class in everything. It's only 39,000 as well. As you can see, there's no like high object notification thing either. Very, very well made. I love this level. It's awesome. That's all I have to say. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, all that, you guys gonna know the drill by now. Thank you for making my day better. Hope my days are a little bit better too. I'll talk to you guys later. Eat your greens, stay healthy, stay hydrated, and I'll see you guys around. Peace out, everyone.